Here we go. Turn Tucson.
Check it back.
Chopper. On the ball. There you go.
Now the first carry here for Todd Gurley. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. First down Los Angeles there with a pickup of 14 yards. He was well over 100 yards last week. He told us this week, a little ambitious, said he wants to hit that 200 mark. We'll see.
Makes sense, though, doesn't it? Have we ever run into a running back that had a great game the week before that didn't think that's just going to naturally continue? Just make sure you feed me the football. And that's what they're all about. Continuity, rhythm, number of carries. Just keep giving it to him.
Gurley on first down with no blocking help there as he won't even make it back to the line of scrimmage. Call it a loss of 1.
Ready.
2nd and 11. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked up by the USC man, Adoree Jackson. And they will finally get him down as he's all the way to the 36-yard line. Well, certainly not how he wanted to start his night. First throw of the game, an INT.
Yeah, it's not easy, but he's got to try and wipe that one away from the memory banks. And let's face it, it's not often a quarterback and a defensive back have a lot in common. But one thing, because they have these individual-type plays, they've got to have short memories, don't they? DB gets beat, wipe it away, quarterback throws a pick, has to do the same thing.
And now the Chargers are going to look up here and signal for a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Now a play fake here on first down. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Well-timed effort there by Derwin James, a sack from his safety position. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on second down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to be met at about the 43. And they only get a yard back there. They'll be left with a third down and long. Out of the gun now on third down. Escaping the pressure right. Able to pick up a dozen yards there on the scramble, but not enough. Fourth down.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the third one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
And this is right down the middle as he puts it through. And the Broncos, the first to grace the scoreboard. It's 3-zip. They were probably hoping to get him a little bit closer for a shorter field goal, but he was able to get it done from deep.
Nice little tester for him to begin things, huh? I think he was hoping for a little bit more of a chip shot. Instead, they made him stretch it out a little bit, but he's got to feel great now that he put it through the pipes.
The Charger drive about to get going. And to be frank, they're just in a tough spot. It's only November, already eliminated from playoff contention. I know their fan base doesn't want to hear that, but that's the case. What are they fighting for now going forward?
You know exactly what they're fighting for. Is that word that some people don't want to hear, but it's pride.
Draft. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I was going to go draft, but pride's better, right?
Well, you know something? You're right, because that's part of it, but that's two different mindsets. That's front office mindset, draft position, where are we going to be and what do we need to get? And then the players and the coaching staff right now, pride. Can they win some games and feel better about themselves despite the fact they have no shot at the playoffs?
Now on second down, this is Gurley. Just a couple on the ground there, and that's going to bring up third and about 6.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
They're going to look to throw. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off right around the 43. And they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line. Johnson was the intended receiver.
Let's go. Jet. Let up.
Now the first carry here for Phillip Lindsay. And a promising start as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. That one going for a gain of 11 and a Bronco first down. They'll run on first down. McClellan. They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
He was brought down. We got 3, fellas. We got 3.
2nd and 6. Buying time to his left. Stepping up, he'll try and run. 8 yards that time, able to take off, and the result is a first down.
Well, he did a nice job keeping his eyes downfield, waiting for someone to get open. But once the pressure forced his eyes down to see the rush, it was time to make a break for it.
On first down, McClellan. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. It's a loss of 4 on the first down play. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports.
Here we go. 6 orange. Pick it up, guys. Pick it up.
2nd and 14. Trying to fit it into Moore, but it's intercepted. Picked off Byron Jones. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. They are in an interception mood on defense. Had 2 nice interceptions a week ago. Now 2 here in the first half.
Yeah, we call it ball hawking. And the only way to truly be good ball hawks is not guessing. It's not just simply anticipation. It's study and understanding what they like to do and beating them to the spot and creating big plays.
Well, they're watching the film, and it's working. So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. Back to throw now in his own end zone. He finds his man Johnson. And able to get it across the 10 to the 15. That one good for 13 and a Charger first. On first down, it's Gurley. They'll rumble for about 6 up across the 20 to the 22.
Let's talk a little football 101 here, because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on first down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
2nd and 4. The first catch of the game for George Kittle. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Charger first down. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
Switch it. Come on, switch it.
From the pistol, it's Gurley. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. A loss of 2 there, 2nd down.
It's a loss of 2. Brings up 2nd and 12 at the 30-yard line.
51.
Here we go on 2nd and 12. And that one's complete to Gurley. And he's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4. Well, they don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. They'll look to throw here. He's going to go for a big play downfield. And that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's 4th down.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
1:55 left to go in the first half of play. A reminder coming up just a few minutes from now, we'll send you to Jonathan Coachman and our crew in Orlando. Coach will have a look back at some of the stats and scores from yesterday's action.
58, right over there. Yeah. Mike, 58, right there.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. That's complete. It's Bell. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. 18 big yards on that one and a Denver first. From all the way up at the 38 now after a good start to the drive.
Chuck, Hayward. At 58 is the mic. Go 58 is the mic. Watch the slash. Go.
They'll set up a throw. Open man, that's Noah Fant, the tight end. Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. He's got a man on the crossing route. That's Moore. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts, as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down. This quarterback now, after the pick on the last drive, 3 for 3 to start this drive. It's 1st and 10. And after getting tackled, he's still down and looking very slow to get up. We'll step aside and get a report when we come back to Denver.
58 for Mike. Scene 6. 58, right over there, right over there. Yeah. Mike, 58.
2nd and 9 now. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up 3rd down. After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. He'll get this to Phillip Lindsay, complete. And he's brought to the ground with another first down at the Chargers' 33. Could we get a touchdown in this first half after all? It's 1st and 10. The play action fake. They'll look to throw. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in. Well, the incompletion, yes, but maybe here not the worst thing in the world?
No, not on 1st and 10. Actually gives them a chance to regroup, relax just a little bit. They huddle up, talk it over. Then they get a chance to continue their drive.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete. So back-to-back incompletions. 3rd down here in 10, but you're still in field goal range.
And that's the thing to keep in mind. They're in field goal range. So now you don't take any unnecessary risks, but you try and find a way to get back to what you were doing earlier in the drive in order to finish this one off.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Now the Chargers will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in the first half of play. On 4th down, here's Lachlan Edwards to punt it. He punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. And a great job on special teams to down it, as this will be marked out inside the 5-yard line.
Well, someone's going to be happy with that effort. You know who else is going to be happy? His defense.
Absolutely.
He's created a very long field for that offense to try to traverse.
And he got some help from Mr. Football there, checking up nicely. Good English on that punt. They'll try and start the drive with Gurley. And he'll just burrow his way back to the line of scrimmage, and that's about it. The tackle is made by Adoree Jackson. So we've hit halftime, just a field goal separating these two teams at the break. As we send you on out to our studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman at REA Sports Halftime Report. Broncos with a lead, and they will be receiving this kickoff here as quarter 3 is underway. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the 3rd quarter.
I like the way you term that, because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
We'll see if they do just that. Here's 2nd and 8. And he's got the hook up to Moore. The Bronco first down there, 12 yards on the play. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. They'll run it now out of the gun. And that one blown up quickly, as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play. And that'll make this a 2nd and 13. 2nd and 13. This is the tight end fan. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. 27 yards there, a first down. So from Charger territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 43. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Myles Garrett, he continues to wreak havoc in the offensive backfield. Sack number 16 on the year. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. Here's a throw out wide, complete to his running back right side. It's an 8-yard pickup, and that'll bring up a 3rd and 11 situation. On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. And able to catch it on the left sideline, but they're going to rule him out of bounds. So it'll be incomplete, certainly one they'd like to have back as it brings up 4th down. Now let's see how the offense still out there. They elect to go on 4th and 11. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And my goodness, this is incomplete. The Broncos unable to convert here on 4th. And the Charger defense stands tall and they get the football back. The Charger drive about to get going. And with the way this offense has played thus far, to be frank, they got to feel pretty grateful to be in the ball game.
I would agree with you totally because they've done all of nothing offensively in this game, yet they still find themselves in a position on this drive where a touchdown can give them the lead. They need to take advantage of it.
Yeah, they're still looking for that first touchdown here in the 3rd quarter. All they have so far, the field goal. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
Check. Check 4. Watch the ship. Out.
Here comes carry number 10 for Gurley. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a 1st down. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
Ready. 8, read. Squeeze. Get in there. I'm coming after you. You got tape. You lock it. Watch out. Ready.
Gurley. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
Ready. Watch 22 jet bomber. Watch the screen.
Now back to throw. And for a 3rd time tonight, he's intercepted. Shaquille Griffin with a pick. And this return is going to be halted right around the 28-yard line.
Here we go.
The Broncos take over 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. He's going to look deep for more. Now that'll be tipped and intercepted. Derwin James with a pick. And he'll actually lose about 7 yards on the return, but they have possession of the football on the turnover. The Charger drive about to get going. And 3 interceptions in this game. And I would have to think, I wasn't a quarterback, but number 4 is kind of, you're like, oh, man, I can't throw 4.
No, what's interesting is what do the coaches decide to do now? Having thrown 3, do you alter your offensive strategy? Do you take the ball out of his hands and maybe turn to the running game? Or do you have that supreme confidence that he's going to turn things around?
We'll see what they do. They'll start out on the ground with Gurley. They'll have a 1st down past the 40. The 40. 20. 10. Touchdown, L.A. Todd Gurley with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Chargers have taken the lead. Not a whole lot to recap on that drive. Just one play, 75 yards to the house.
Yeah, it's a long way to go. And remember, rarely is it a straight line 75 yards, too. Got to have a little extra in there. So whatever the final number is, a well-deserved seat on the bench, a little oxygen if he wants it as well.
Following the touchdown, Badgley out there to kick it away. It's a short kick, taken near the 18. And they're going to wind up with pretty good starting field position. As they get it up past the 35. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it 1st and 10. And going deep for Hill. And for a 3rd time tonight, he's intercepted. Picked off by Nasir Adderley. And his guys are going to take over at the 21-yard line.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
Here's Gurley. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And they work this well upfield across the 45. 25 yards the pickup there, and also a 1st down. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. 1 quarter remains here as we wrap up the week on a Monday night. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Gurley again here on 1st down. And no room to maneuver there. Give him a yard up to the 47. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
Again, they run with Gurley. And he's got it across midfield and into Denver territory. The recipe's pretty simple, I think, right? Just give your superstar the ball, continue to feed him.
Yeah, don't overthink this one, right? Make sure he's touching the football, but you're also counting on his intelligence in playing the game as well. If it's not there, don't force the run. Just make sure you hang on to the football and keep the clock ticking.
They'll drop the throw. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. The sack there by Bradley Chubb. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest one is maybe you bring your running back in to try and keep you clean. But in that case, that didn't happen. Zero accountability, and a sack resulted.
A great return there of 22 yards. And the Broncos take over, 1st down and 10.
Let's go.
Denver offense at the line, ready to go. And last time, 1 play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling, because a 1-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, you get a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one.
Back to throw. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. And, oh, a crusher there as it's intercepted. picked off Byron Jones. And they're going to set up shop at the 27-yard line. Scoring has really been at a premium. And, Charles, you got to tip your cap to this defense coming in here. Their offense, too, but this whole team coming in here on the road, getting a hard-fought win.
I think the way that they're finishing this one up, an exclamation point on a terrific game. As you noted, hard for them to put points on the board, and they hold them down one more time and finalize things.
And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. And now, defensively, they're going to burn their first time out. Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning. First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12.
Watch the safety creek. Hey, watch the slant. Motion.
Yet another carry here tonight for Gurley. 2 yards gets them back to where they started, but now 3rd and 10.
Yeah, baby.
It's a gain of 2 yards, and it's 3rd down.
4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So it's Charger football as we welcome you back from the 2-minute warning. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over.
Bullet high. Go. Motion. 51's the mic. You're out.
Back to throw here. He sets to fire deep. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Shaquille Griffin with a pick. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offense coordinator, the quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback, that's who he needs to get with now and get himself calm.
8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple. They'll keep it on the ground. McClellan. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. A 5-yard gain there makes it 1st and goal.
But they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he gets halfway there from the 6 to the 3 on a gain of 3. So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal. Now the Broncos going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
And he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5. A 3-yard loss. 4th down now. Now the Broncos will use their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go in the game. Likely the play of the game here, trailing in the final quarter and going for it on 4th and goal. They'll look to throw. And no, it's incomplete. There defensively was Nasir Adderley making a nice play. And they've now made 2 trips to the red zone and still looking for their first touchdown.
Not able to punch it in, and if you're on defense, your confidence is sky high. Because mentally, you're saying, hey, you're in the red zone. We're thinking we're giving up 3. We just want to give up 6. In this case, they end up not giving up the touchdown at all. They've got to feel great about what they got done.
A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13.
I got you. Check.
On Another carry now for Gurley. And now this is going to be a safety. Oh, my goodness, in the final minute, down 2, and now we're looking at overtime. Well, Charles, the old saying, the old cliche, if you will, points at a premium, that certainly applied here, didn't it?
And that almost like opened up a time capsule, didn't it? Old school football, low scoring, close game. What a way to finish it up.
You loved it, didn't you? You loved the defensive.
I certainly did. Brought back the images of the game of old.
So for our visitors, the win is a good one for morale, but little else as they move to 3-8. And they'll get another road test next week as they head to Philly to take on the Eagles. Meanwhile, for Denver, their luck may have run out as they fall to 4-7 now on the year. And they'll have a quick turnaround as they're back in action Thursday afternoon at around 3:30 Eastern for the traditional Thanksgiving Day game in Dallas. So for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Next game, guess what? Charles and I will be here again. It's the NFL on EA Sports.
Yeah. I've been